We
Good,
are
all
here.
good. It's great. It's great that you're here. It's great we could work it out. All right,
It's
let's
great to
begin.
have you, Marie. Thanks for joining today.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for accepting my offer to do this interview with
My
me.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Now we're going to let's introduce ourselves for the
Mm-hmm.
audience quickly. I'm Gol. Marl and I are both registered nurses. We've actually known each other for the last 7, 8 years now. It's been a while. It's been a while. And I live in Sydney. She lives in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
But we managed to keep the connections going for as long as we did, and we just recently became business partners, which is great.
Yay! That's amazing.
Yeah. Um, right now, I'm still working as a nurse in the industry, but I'm super excited. I started this business with the plan to hopefully eventually move completely to this and be
Mhm.
able to quit my job, which we will talk about it in this live today. But enough about me. You introduce yourself for us, please, and
That's amazing, Golly. I'm so excited and so honored
we
to be here today. Um,
pleasure
so,
to have.
for people who don't know me, I'm Maral, 32, from Melbourne. Um, been a nurse for 7 years, but you know, same as you, I've been looking into getting into the online world because the world is changing. Everything's going online, and I didn't want to fall behind, basically. So, um, you know, moved. Moved my way to the online world, made my way to the online world, and I'm just going to tell you just quickly about my self and, the reason, the actual reason of what happened that I joined. So I've been a nurse for 7 years, and, a year and a half ago, I had this incident at work, and I hurt my back, and from the following day, I was not able to go back to work. And I was home for a good year and a half, more than a year and a half now. But my injury was so bad that I ended up having a back surgery.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so while I was at home for a very long time, in pain, and I thought to myself, before I had the surgery, I thought to myself, this can't be it. There should be something for me to do from home. So I did search a lot, and this opportunity came up, and I trusted it. I joined, and as you know, I've started my own online business. I'm still a nurse. I'm still in the process of getting back to work because I love it. Not because I really have to.
Of
Um,
course.
we worked so hard for it. But the beauty of this business is that you can do it alongside your job, your everyday jobs. It doesn't take much time, but maybe we start about what this online business actually is.
Yes, I was
Right?
gonna ask you.
Yes, that's a great
I
question.
was I was gonna move on to that. I just wanted to give you space to
Yeah,
tell
no,
us,
thank you.
but but yeah, please, let's get the big question out of the way. What is this online business
Mhm.
about?
Well, simply put, it's like attraction marketing.
Hmm.
It's a type of digital marketing, and what we focus on is social media marketing. I mean, who doesn't love spending time on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram? The statistics of 2022 shows that the average adult actually spend a minimum of 2.5 hours a day on social media platforms.
Wow,
And we put
impressive.
so much time, money and energy into these platforms, and we use them for so many different reasons. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's informative,
especially
but
since COVID, everyone, it was made a major entertaining
and
platform
that
for
was
people.
the way, it's one of the main ways that people connect together as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah, that's where it all,
So why not earn money from it?
right?
Do everything on it. We might as well just earn some money from it.
Of course.
So what we do in this business model, what it is, it's actually step-by-step training. So when you decide to join this online business and have your own business running for you, you get connected to a very thorough step-by-step training. And in that training, we teach you how to use the 7 main social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, TikTok, Pinterest, and LinkedIn, to leverage these platforms and spaces to advertise and to earn money. We are already on it. We are on it now.
Loving it.
Why not?
Absolutely, right? Yeah. I personally spent a lot of time, like basically most of my free time, if I'm if I'm actually at work or if I'm sitting on the couch, you just go scrolling up and down, especially that everyone can have it on their phone. It's just easy access. So, why not put it into work for you?
And seriously, one of the beauties of this business is that you can run it from that phone of yours.
Yes.
Wherever you are, like literally you can.
Yeah, literally. I love it.
Maybe you just need your laptop, the first few months when you're setting up, it's easier. I know people who've done it through their phones. It's just easier if you have access to laptop and internet, and that's all you need.
Yeah. I think my personal experience is that you have to do the training through a computer or a laptop. You can't really access the whole thing through your phone. But then once you set up everything, you can actually use your phone. You can just be sitting on the couch or in your bed, and you can actually use the platforms once you set it up from your phone. You don't really need to be sitting.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, next question for you is, what are some of the benefits of this business? Please explain to us.
The benefits of this business, like doing this online business, have opened so much new opportunities. I think for me, the most important one in my life is my family. Just being able to, put my time and prioritize my family.
Absolutely.
And, schedule around it. We as nurses, we spend so much time, like so many days. We miss so many occasions. We work on public holidays, weekends.
Night shifts.
A lot of night shifts. So one very important one is family time.
Yeah, speaking of night shifts, I'm just going to put this in brackets here. Imagine moving from sleepless nights, being on shifts as a nurse, working through the night like an owl, to making money while you sleep. This is my favorite part about this. I love it. Like, absolutely love this part about it, that you wake up, because it's a 24/7 system. It's like dollars coming in while you sleep. The whole game changes. I love it. This is my favorite part.
Just gotta give it some time, set it up.
Absolutely.
Put the time and effort into it. It's a business. It's not a job. Like, I mean, you got to have the right mindset, and you do, because when you reached out to me, you had the right mindset. You're like, I know, like, it's gonna take time, and I have to really work on it. But does it really work? And I was like, you've got the right mindset, and for you, yes, it will work. But we just have to get it really clear that it's not a job. It's not a paying job. So it's not like we have a great system and you just plug yourself into it and you start to earn money. It's like any other business that you have to, spend time and put in effort for it to actually work.
And one of the big differences between running a business and having a job is that when you have a job, you are trading your time for dollars, and that's how you have, yes, you do receive a pay slip at a certain time every week or every 2 weeks or however they're paying you, which that's kind of like the illusion of security that most of us have, that okay, at a certain time every 2 weeks this amount of money comes in. But with running your own business, it doesn't, especially at the beginning, it doesn't work like this. It's not like, okay, I've done this amount of hours and then I expect to receive this much money by the end of it. No, it doesn't work like that. And you might actually not receive much within the first few months, but then once it starts actually generating money and starts to get on the system, then it's not about trading your minutes or your time for that dollar. It's about how it starts working for you and then just goes up and up and up and up.
Definitely. Yeah. And I really have to mention, nurses have job security because there is a nurse there is a nurse needed in every country you go, every city, every clinic. They need a nurse. But do you really have job security? Like, was I secured when I got injured at work? I didn't work for 2 years, more than a year and a half. So you just don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. One of the main
things will change. Absolutely. Your priorities will change, and you just need to be flexible. And so many people lost their jobs.
That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, COVID was a major. That's a main example that I would like to mention, and everyone experienced that. How many people even temporarily lost their jobs, and no one was expecting that. So, and a funny thing is, only people that had actually set up their own online businesses, they were the ones that could really storm through that period of time. I personally, even as a nurse, I was affected, even though I eventually got back into the game and there was a high demand for nurses. But for some time, I was even affected by it. I was jobless for a while. Yeah.
Wow. As a nurse.
As a nurse. Yeah.
There you go.
So many places shut down even temporarily. Like, it was just, it was like a big panic. And not everyone knew how to handle it at the beginning. So I was jobless for a couple months, and then until I got back into the game. So very unpredictable. And even now, with everything moving online, especially from COVID, which really turned the whole future of so many things. So many companies and businesses are going out and they're becoming redundant. Like, I'm actually seeing it working through this, how many people are losing their jobs after 10 years, 6 years. The companies are shutting down and they can't really afford staff. Why wait for that?
Generally, the cost of living
it's going up. Definitely.
It doesn't hurt to have a second source of income.
Absolutely.
It never hurts to have.
I think it's necessary as an adult.
It is necessary.
It is. If you your job pays for the bills, of course, but if you want to live, if you want to travel, I love traveling. I haven't really been able to travel much. If you want to travel, if you want to live a bit extra, to be able to do other stuff, like maybe you want charity stuff, you want to help, you want to whatever you want to do, you need money. Money is important. You mentioned mindset, and I wanted to leverage on that a little bit, not much, just a little bit here, and just share with you how I came towards this, and how changing my mindset basically got me here.
Your experience is actually very, very interesting, and I think so many people have gone through what you've been through. So it would be great to, go for
it. So basically I spent the whole last year really actively studying different ways of making a second, third way of income, or how I can, just increase the cash flow. Because even as a nurse, even though, I have actually been working full time for the last two years, and I built something around that income, which is working, but I haven't really had much to spend on other stuff, on the things that I like to do, or it always feels like there's, it's not enough.
Paycheck, right?
Paycheck to paycheck, exactly. And it's not much is left in my pocket. And in the one of the mindset webinars, they talk about how it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you get to keep in your bank account, which is that's basically how much money. That's what counts. And for me, it wasn't much. So I started studying, and I've read so many books, listened to podcasts. I tried so many different things. I had so many similar opportunities coming my way from many different companies. But being the way I am, very cautious, very skeptical, and it is a big risk. It's not just me. And I'm sure that this is a shared experience with so many people out there. And it's logical, because you are already kind of struggling, or something is pushing you to go forward towards something to make more money. So the last thing you want is to lose more money. So if you're not making money, you don't want to lose money. So it is a big risk of and any sort of business that you want to start, you have to put in some sort of investment at the beginning, however much it is. So that's why I was skeptical. So I used to go and read the whole website and do my research and everything, but it just didn't feel right. And part of that, I'm not going to say it wasn't the right thing for sure for me. And this is proof why, because this was what was meant for me. But it was partially my mindset as well. It was I wanted this, but mentally I wasn't prepared to receive it. And I think this is really important, that we all want better lives. We all want more money, more traveling. The idea, the picture is great. We all love it. But then when it comes
to actually doing that.
Exactly. So you have to be willing to risk, but, make an informed risk, of course. Do your research, read about it, and know what you're doing. But at the end of the day, you have to risk. You have to take a step. You have to take some action. Otherwise, nothing will change. No opportunity will fall out of the sky and says, I am your genie. I'm going to make you rich. So mindset is really important.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's great.
I have another question for you.
Yeah, I do.
So what tools are provided in this business? What sort of support do we get, basically?
So when you decide to join, let's say that, now you've decided to, join in and start your own business. You will have access to a step-by-step training. And as we said, it's a thorough training. It will take you through, the whole how to, get ready, have the right mindset, set up your business and run it. And so the training is amazing. And we both actually had the experience. And you were telling me the other day that, oh my God, I can't believe out of all the trainings out there in the world that you've tried, this one is the very, very, very step-by-step thorough one.
Yeah, I love it, because the good thing is that you don't, even if you have no background of one of the platforms, say not everyone is active on all of these platforms. If you have no idea what this platform is and how it works, the training, this is my experience, was that the training is so precise and is so comprehensive that if you follow the steps and you go through every step, by the end of it, you're up and going. You're up and going.
Yeah. But you will also have we will give you your own admin system. So you'll have your own website and, everything will be, done for you. So you don't really have to be tech savvy, trying to do things by yourself, trying to sort things out. Everything is done for you.
Yeah. That's the best part of it.
It is the best part. And also we do have a great support system. So we are a community of more than 140,000 people, business owners.
40 countries.
From over 40 different countries.
Yeah.
And we've all came together as one, not one. Everyone has their own online business and everyone's running their own business. But then everyone, you have support and everyone is supporting you. You be connected to your own mentor and your own coach. And they will go above and beyond to answer your questions. We have the global support system 24/7. And because it is from, so many countries, over 40 different countries, every time you go to, the chat group, the support system that we have, and you put in your question, whatever time of the day it is, you will get an answer.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I love about it. That's what it is. That's when they say this is your business. You are in charge of your own time. However you want to run it, it's exactly that. If you're a night owl, if you enjoy working late at night, which I know so many people do, they're more productive at nighttime, in the quiet of the night, and you happen to come across something, you have questions, you need to get some guidance, and in your own country or where you are, it's after hours, and if you had to seek some sort of help, you had to wait for the next business day. But this, you can simply just put your question in one of the platforms.
You will get your answer within a few hours. But worst case scenario,
definitely. That's amazing. And one of the other things you mentioned about the support system, which is amazing, is that because this whole business, the structure is not pyramid. It's not one person at the top and then it comes down like the pyramid, it doesn't look like that.
It's not a pyramid. Pyramids are scams and they're illegal, and you'll be charged if you run that.
100%. So this is another myth we're clarifying, that this isn't, and that's exactly why it's so enjoyable to be part of this, because it's truly a network. It's like branches of a tree, and the more branches that go out, the stronger, the bigger, the stronger this whole system becomes. So everyone is actually keen for you to become an expert, because you becoming an expert, you support the system, you support the person that introduced you and the person that you are going to introduce. So it's like, it's all supportive. It has to run on a supportive basis.
Yes, definitely. But it's a very good point that it is actually it's a legal business, and it goes through the tax office, and you have to pay your taxes and all the all the initial investment, all the payments, all the purchases that you may want to do. You can claim them all.
Thanks for mentioning that. That was a really important point. So it's fantastic. Now, having said all of this, how can people join to start their own online business?
As we said, reach out, putting your name and email into our website. You will get access to watch a 90-minute free webinar. As I said before, you can, always watch the replays when you first sign in. But then you will have the opportunity to enter the trial. We have a month of trial period. At the end of it, we'll ask you to pay $149 to get into our trial. You have 1 month.
And it's a one-off payment.
Just a one-off payment. You will receive a lot of information about the business, what exactly the business is, how it works, everything. You will have all the information you need to make your decision, to see if this is something for you, if you're interested, if you see yourself, owning your own business. But you also get added to the private Facebook page, where you will find a lot of amazing stories, testimonials of how people's lives are changing. And you have a month to go through all the information, and you will also have access to 2 coaching calls. So you can have 2 coaching calls with a coach. The only thing is, if you go ahead and book your coaching call with your coach and you actually have that coaching call, you won't be able to get a refund on the $149. It's
that's the price of the coaching call.
The price of the coaching call is the coach's time, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense. You just have to respect
Makes
that.
sense. Absolutely.
But you have a month to decide if that's for you.
Yeah.
But I don't see why, we have nothing to lose to go on.
Absolutely.
Just check that out.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that. So the reason that $149 will not be refundable once you make the coaching call is that basically once you make the coaching call is you having decided to start this, to enter this, and what a coach does is that they give you the strategy. So they're going to use that, which is basically the cost for starting up your business.
Definitely, there's got to be investment.
Exactly, because that's what the coach does. They basically sit with you or over the phone and give you a strategy that suits you and your investment in your whatever, however you want to start your business. So that's why it's not refundable, because all of the information about everything you need to know to make that decision provided. Exactly. And you can still use, that's basically free, because then if you request for a refund, you get the refund and you still have watched all of that and you know how it works. But once you go ahead, it means that you're paying to get a business strategy to start up and get going.
Yeah, definitely. But one thing very important to say about the investment, because as we said, it's a business, and any business would have the initial investment. But the amazing thing, especially for Australia, Canada, I can find out what other countries, there is the finance option for Australia. So that's what we did, and that actually allowed us to go, for myself, to go, all in. The peace of mind. And actually, the company that finances will give you the promotion of 1 year interest free.
Amazing.
So that's amazing.
It is. That's such a great bonus that you don't have to, because not everyone has, so many people don't have that money available to start off, like the initial money, but then knowing that they can do like finance and they don't have to pay right away, and that they will eventually make it. It is a peace of mind.
But some of the other really great benefits that I was going to mention is the early retirement of it. I know So the retirement plan is something that you will have the full information on when you get into the trial. But what it actually is, so when you grow in your business and you get into ranks, you get into the retirement plan, which will give you monthly payments for the rest of your life. And it will actually it could get passed on to your children, and they will get it. The business will just keep working for your children, even though they didn't do anything for it. It's just the glory of this business. But that's something that I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking of the
that's amazing
benefits.
There's so many benefits. These are just a few.
You don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to have any experience and skills or background in computers and technology and online businesses, and all you need is internet, laptop, your phone,
exactly,
good English, because the training is in English.
It's in English, yeah, that's important.
And the right mindset, and you can get going.
Absolutely. Wow, loved it. Thank you so much, Maral.
Thank you for having me. It was amazing, and so sorry for the technology glitch in the beginning. As I said, we're not tech savvy, so
we're not. See,
the moment the technology kicks in, it did take some time, but that's fine.
This was a great example for you to see that you really don't need much to start. You just need a good attitude and
and go for it.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Golly. All the best, and
you too.
We will chat soon.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.